when you are in a disaster or when you live in some difficult conditions, you cannot enjoy the present space, the present moments. When you want to read the story of a place, you need to start from the first chapter to understand the end, or at least the last chapter to be continued. You don't need to spend more, neither time nor money, and you can get very nice results that will give you a long lasting building that will not cause any problems. The opposite, that will even enhance the quality of life for the residents and for like the users and people who will use it from the exterior when they will pass next on a daily basis. With the right support, you will not also spend that much time. So we can tell also the public, and we can tell these people who we will be talking with for our projects, that it's like the inventors or the technicians of a phone and the users of the phone. So they don't need to go into the details that we go to, but they can just get the result that they want, and they will see when we measure, because especially that this specialization is about measuring. So when we measure the post-occupancy results, they will see that there is indeed a difference that we saw when we were doing the research. But these technical details, not everyone is obliged to go to this. Also, when I mentioned the challenge of air and water, maybe some people will think that these challenges can only be or should be only focused on in areas with difficult situation, let's say. They will think of other places, mountain is somewhere very far. But the fact is that all these details of environment and of movement of the person must be taken into consideration in every project. And sometimes, even in the most developed places, there will be some issues related to these factors. You mentioned your personal identity and your national identity. And when you talked about this common point that people have, so everyone actually doesn't want to lose their personal identity, not even their local identity. But when they have to change a place, they need at some point to blend in at least the social identity of the place. So if they're not like very related to the neighborhood, they need at least to adapt to the public environment of this area without losing their personal identity, which they will be able to express it freely in their own personal space, like when you do the housing. But then there is this common place for everyone where everyone needs to compromise at some point and adapt with the other, no matter the nationality. So even if, let's say, it's a Portuguese, like it's a public space in Portugal, even the Portuguese will have to compromise. So if someone comes from outside this area or the country, they don't need to feel that people are rejecting them. They just need to know that everyone is compromising at some point and they will adapt. So this is also very important in terms of social, because also architects work on the fact of identity and on the public space to reflect an identity that can comprise everyone. So this is a part of it, and it's very important to for people to be aware of this. In this time of fast-paced development, we need to start intervening fast also. Let's say to balance a little bit between technology and between keeping the human factor also, and the human health and well-being alive and impacted positively by what we are building.